Good morning from the Alton Towers Resort, where it's the first day of Alton Towers Scarefest 2025. Cannot wait for the event this year. It started earlier than ever before in September. We've never had that. And it's running on 25 nights, which is more than ever, all the way through selected dates until the 2nd of November 2025. So we've got a really good run of Scarefest this year. And not only have they got lots of new theming around the park that I can't wait to check out, there's a brand new scare maze, Edge of the Forest, that's all based on Dark Forest, so looking forward to that. Along with that, there's a brand new scare zone, a free attraction at the event for this year called Dark Hollow, so looking forward to seeing that later on. And of course, you've got Altonville Mine Tours returning once again, and along with that compound, which was the new scare maze last year, all based around Forbidden Valley. We wanted to freshen up the Scarefest. We've been asking for new things, and straight away coming here onto Tower Street, I can spot lots of new theming, and I've seen all around the park there's lots of new props and photo opportunities that I cannot wait to see today. It is going to be spooktacular. And of course, what's fantastic about Scarefest is that the park's open through until 9 o'clock every night. And Alton Towers in the dark really is fantastic with all of the lighting around and just the atmosphere with the spooky towers and all the music, the smoke. Oh, I do love this park at night. Frog fountains are all dressed up just over here for the spooky season as well. And look at this, they've actually got a new lily pad for this year that they've made just for Scarefest. And it's got a cauldron on, look at that. And it's actually got a little fountain there in the middle. I'm loving that. That's the first of lots of different new props that they've added around the park that we're going to be showing throughout the video. Including this, a new book just over here on the side by Oak and Chain by Towers Tall. Let Scarefest spirits rise once more. I am loving that. Of course, you got all the pumpkins on the lights again. You got the hearse out just down there. That was replaced for last year. It looks like a lot of the older props have been painted up as well, including this large pumpkin that's all been refreshed here. How good does that look? That actually used to be on the front of the big tower that you can see there just behind at the admissions area. Used to be on the front, so you saw it when you came off the monorail, but for a number of years they've had it here on the lawn. It's been completely refreshed for this year, and yeah, it looks even better than it did before. Real detail, some nice bold colours on there. And of course you got all the pumpkins and hay bales out here on Tower Street. Yeah, it looks great. More photo ops up here right by the turnstiles, all the big pumpkins, all the boxes, looks great. Signage over here in the middle, and this is always the best view, looking right down a very spooky Tower Street. Yeah, it looks great. I love how they've brought back the pumpkin stacks, the hay bales, the flags, and they've got lots of new things as well, especially down there by the frog fountains. Yeah, it looks great. Love that view all the way down. So much theming that they bring out for Scarefest. I've always liked these big 3 pumpkin stacks, and they always look really good. And of course, can't wait to see Tower Street and the rest of the park in the dark. They've got a lot of lighting. They've made a lot of improvements to light in the past couple of years, so it always looks really good now in the dark. Here's the Alton ancestors roaming around. Should be seeing their first performance shortly. Do you like how you've got the ancestors? Oh, morning. Yeah, the hearse looks great. So that was replaced last year. And yeah, as you can see, you've got the characters up there at the top, all the gravestones around, the smoke coming out of it as well. It looks great. There's been a real improvement, it seems, to like theming these past couple of years. And yeah, it's been like a 2-year phase by the looks of it. Some bits we saw last year, like the new hearse, and all the other new props and things around as well. Yeah, that looks brilliant. So just waiting here now at the bottom of Tower Street for the first performance of 2025 of the Alton Ancestors. Let's see what music we've got this year.
Spooky, scary skeletons and shivers down your spine. Shrieking so
Here we go. Tonight all the
Well, the iconic and a huge part of Scarefest, the awesome Alton ancestors, always look the part here on Towers Street as well, with the big Scarefest sign, freshly repainted actually for this year just behind. Really enjoyed that, and it was all new music as well. You've normally got a few classics that come back, but no, the whole thing was brand new, and I think that was much needed, freshening it up, and yeah, I thought that was absolutely fantastic. The costumes always look fantastic, the makeup looks awesome as well, and just in general, they had a really nice vibe to Tower Street when you're walking in. You can interact with them, you can have photos, and of course they come together for the big flash mob every so often down there at the bottom of Tower Street. Fantastic, and it really gets you in the mood, ready for a spooktacular day. Right then, for the first time in many years, there's actually no Scarefest setup here on the front lawns. Obviously for a few years we've had the big stage here, you've had Simbin, last year we had all the fire and all the effects. This year the shows have been moved into the courtyard, but we have unfortunately seen a bit of a reduction in entertainment for this year, but I'll talk about that a little bit later on, and we'll head into the courtyard this afternoon and go and check out what entertainment that they have got down there. But first, gonna head up to experience the brand new scare maze for this year, known as Edge of the Forest. Just want to say a huge thank you to Alton Towers for inviting me down to a preview of this maze. Now of course it's going to be opening to the public at 1 o'clock. They're doing a press preview from 12, so going to head there now and go and be some of the first person to experience this. I'm really looking forward to it and seeing what this is going to be like. And whilst I'm on my way down towards Dark Forest, I thought I'd show you the big pumpkin photo opportunity down here. There's one on the walkway past X Sector and down towards the towers. And yeah, they've had these for years, and I do love how they bring them out each year. They look fantastic. For years we've been asking for more theming around the park, and this year Alton Towers have definitely delivered. Look at this. We've got Patch and all the pumpkins and hay bales. It's like an old milk float or something, this, isn't it? Fast and freaky, fresh from our patch. That looks absolutely brilliant, all painted up in the Scarefest colours, and this is right here on the lawn, right by the towers there as well. It makes a perfect photo opportunity. Patch's pumpkin delivery, established 2007. I like that, of course, a nod to the first year of Scarefest. That looks absolutely brilliant. Well done, Alton Towers. It's got all the lights around it as well, so it'll be lit up at night, and all of the freaky friends have got their own photo opportunity around the park, so we're going to check those out throughout the day. That looks epic right down here by the Towers ruins. Oh, really impressed with that. Oh, I can just see Zombob up there as well, hanging up some bunting, and Skelvin as well, just on the side. And here he is, right at the front of the towers. Hello, Zombob, one of the new characters that we had for Scarefest last year, part of the Freaky Friends. Also got the Scarefest sign there on the towers just behind. And you're doing a pretty good job there, hanging up the bunting. And it's actually Phil that's up there on the top, just peeking over the top of the towers. You're right up there, Phil. He's got his hands in the air. I think he's ready for a ride on the Smiler or something after he's finished putting up the bunting. Yeah, that looks awesome. Yeah, really impressed with the theming. Something that I have noticed is that the Scarefest music isn't actually playing around the rest of the park. It was on Tower Street, but it's still playing like the standard music around here, so I'm not too sure if that's changed for every day or if they've just forgotten to change it over yet. But to know, just the standard soundtrack playing at the moment. The event's actually sponsored by Fanta this year as well, so you've got the orange branding up here on one of the kiosks. And then this is the entrance down to Edge of the Forest, which is the brand new thrill maze for this year, and I'm really looking forward to experiencing it. You've got the signage over here on the right hand side. So you've got the signage for Dark Forest up there as well. So obviously you can't access Dark Forest, I don't think, down this way. You have to go up through the archway, round past Hex. Then you've got Edge of the Forest down here, and also Dark Hollow. And that's actually one of the free scare zones for this year. So they've got 2 free scare zones, which I am really pleased about. Again, that's something that we've been asking for quite some time. And the scare zones open from 5 o'clock, and they're actually open through until 9:30, half an hour after ride close. So that's something to note. If you are coming to the event, you can save them till afterwards. And yeah, just waiting until 12 o'clock now, and the preview for Edge of the Forest. I'm liking the look of the signage there. The scaffolding ramp, not as much. I think that could have been themed in a bit better. But I'm hoping that we're going to have a nice themed facade when we get around the corner here. Here we go then, time to enter into Edge of the Forest for the first time. I'm liking the sign embossed there at the front. One of the first people to experience this. I'm really looking forward to it. Sadly, not going to be able to film inside the attraction. Alton Towers don't allow you to film in the mazes. But we are heading up here into the queue line. And yeah, we thought we were going to be going in this side. No, we are going in round the other way. Look at this. This will be very atmospheric actually at night.
Those who do will be removed from the attraction and the resort.
Part of the towers that you don't normally get to see there with the wall over at the side. Yeah, this looks really good. Queuing all round through the forest, yeah. Hopefully there's quite a bit of lighting that'll shine up at night and make this look really atmospheric.
And photography is
Can't wait for this.
Forbidden.
Well, I've been waiting about 15 minutes so far and I'm hearing a lot of screams coming from inside. So yeah, this building was actually put in last year. Obviously you've got the tent down the middle and the shipping containers down either side. Obviously we didn't get the new maze in here for last year, but we did get compound on the other side of the park. So I am pleased that we've got this finally for 2025. Yeah, heading in on the right hand side. Can't really see much of a themed facade or anything on the exterior, but the queue line's very atmospheric, like waiting through the trees, and it'll probably look good quite nice at night with all the lights shining up into it as well. But here we go, edge of the forest. See when we come out, the new scare maze for 2025 here at Alton Towers.
Thy mind will bend, thy journey through will never end.
Well, I've just come out of my first ever run through Edge of the Forest. It's always so exciting when you go into something not really knowing what to expect. You can't beat your first time in a scare maze. You just don't know what's going to be around the next corner. And started off with a little look at the facade there. Obviously, there's no filming past that point. The facade, I think, needed a little bit more work. You had the base of it there with like the nice wooden door and like the brickwork effect. But then it kind of ended. You could just kind of see the side of the metal shipping container. So I think that needs a bit more set dressing on the outside. But then as soon as we stepped into that first scene, there was lots of theming in there. It kind of felt like an old cabin, an old lodge in there. There was a fireplace, there was a big like dining table in there, the windows, it had like an old kind of cabin feel. And we met our first performer in there who kind of explained a little bit of like you know, stay away from the Leshwal, and the Leshwal's roaming around kind of thing through the forest. And then it went dark, she disappeared, and then the door just opened in front of us, and then of course we made our way into the forest. What I really liked in there was all the big like fake trees that they've got. It actually felt like you were outside stranded in a forest at night. You felt like you were getting lost in there, which was really cool. There was this car over on the right hand side, like a crash car in the woods, and then we came into the room again and thought, hang on a minute, are we back in the same room? We wasn't. We was actually in a different room, but it was made to look like the first room, so it was kind of themed like you were getting lost in the forest, if that made sense. And you kept going round and round, or it felt like you were going round and round. Really, you were still progressing through the maze, but each time going into that first like cabin room, and it was getting more decayed, and then of course the car was as well. There was all like roots and vines and things growing up the car, obviously fitting with the rest of Dark Forest. And we had that for like 4 times, and gradually we're getting more lost and lost in the forest, which I really liked. It was lacking on actors, I think, that first bit. Could have done with a few more scares. I don't know if that was intentional or not, to like build up the anticipation. But I do think a couple of jump scares were probably needed there. Then after, I think it got to like our 5th time of seeing that similar scene, really decayed, all rotten, all the forest had taken over. And then of course you got these jump scares coming from the side. We went through this other little room, there was a bathtub scene there, which was great. Horrible smells in there too. That's something they always do great with these scare attractions. Horrible smells throughout. And yeah, there was lots of great theming. Like I said, the cabin itself was fantastic. All the forest scene had like all the big tall trees and branches and everything. There was different terrain, so you were going over like rugged terrain, then you were going over like these different bits that were like slanted, like wooden flooring as well. And then we came into this big kind of bedroom scene at the end where there was a big bed there was someone lying in it, and there was another performer, and then we had a jump scare from the Leshwal himself, which is kind of like like this big kind of tree character. It felt like, obviously you need more run-throughs, but like this big kind of creature living in the forest gave us a good few jump scares. And we had a few like leading up to that point, not loads, but the big jump scare was at the end before exiting out of through the wardrobe. Overall, I did really enjoy it. It didn't really feel particularly heavily scary. It reminded me a little bit, scare level wise, to some of the more family ones I've done in the past, like Darkest Depths. That was always considered originally as like a more family attraction. I'm not saying that, you know, it's family friendly or anything, but it's certainly not as intense as something like Compound or Altonville Mine Tours. I thought that anyway, but it was well themed. There was lots to see in there. I would have liked some more jump scares, but certainly one of the best themed mazes that Alton Towers have done, but definitely not one of the scariest. I'd say in terms of a scare level, it's down there. It's probably one of the weakest from a scares point of view. Saying that, it was my first run through. It's only been operating for about 20 minutes, and of course it takes time for the actors to find the feet and things, but I did enjoy it. I think there's a few improvements needed with the theming on the exterior, but inside it was very heavily themed. Lots of smells, lots of great lighting, fantastic audio, and some really good like costumes as well. The Leshwal, need to see him a bit better, but yeah, it was quite a creepy character that we saw there. But no, I did enjoy it. From an initial run through, I'd give it a good maybe 7 out of 10. Right then, here we go. It's back at Scarefest for a 2nd year, all based on the backstory of Forbidden Valley and the Phalanx. It is, of course, Compound. The entrance is here on the pathway between Gloomy Wood and Forbidden Valley. Phalanx personnel only. Luckily, I am Phalanx personnel. Well, I've got a ticket, so I hope so. We are excited to get back in this. Loved this maze last year. And it looks like it's a walk-on, no queue. So this is the same size building as Edge of the Forest, so it gives you a bit of an idea on the size of these mazes. That's the great thing with Edge of the Forest. It felt really long, actually, which was great. It felt longer than Compound.
A live action maze. Inside you will encounter dark, confined.
Oh, it's walk-on. Might be the only person going into this. Standby queue down here.
This maze is not suitable for those who are.
Again, not going to be able to film inside. But I'll see you when I come out of Compound. Oh my god, I've just come out of Compound and it was absolutely crazy. It was one of the most intense scare mazes I've ever been in. I loved Compound so much last year, but it felt like they ramped it even more up for this year. It was terrifying. What really helped was I saw nobody else throughout the whole maze. Literally I was on my own throughout the whole thing. I got batched with 3 other people, of course, at the door. Then you split up into your own different rooms, and after that point, once you've watched that kind of pre-show video, I was on my own throughout the whole thing, which was just crazy intense. It felt like I was in there for about 15 minutes. The actors were great. They just kept sending me around all the different ways, and it was just so intense. That's what makes that maze. It's not one set route. You got lots of different ways through. There's like an isolation chamber I was put in there for about a minute where I was just kind of locked in on my own. All these different rooms, all these different scenes. The theming is excellent in there too, but it really is about the scares. It was very intense, not knowing what's around the next corner. You've got these alien kind of creatures coming towards you, and then right near the end, it's terrifying because you've got these big cages, and they've got like these tasers that are coming towards you, like these big things that they're holding, and you can just hear them, and they look terrifying. And because of all the strobe lights in there, they're running at you. They look like they're getting so close. Really intense. I still think Compound's one of the best mazes that Alton Towers have ever done. Great that it was so intense again this year. Absolutely loved it. Of course, both the mazes that I've done have been good, but Compound is by far my favourite of the two. Certainly a lot more intense, lots of big scares. I think the theming's probably better in Edge of the Forest. They've done an excellent job of the theming. It just didn't really have the scares like Compound. That was full on. It was amazing. But I tell you what's great though about them two attractions, they're both very different to each other, and that's what you want at an event like this. They're very different, but they're also based on the backstory to the different areas that they're in, which I think is great. Anyway, that was the Runaway Mine Train you just heard. There's a reason why I've come to Katanga Canyon, and that's to see some more new theming. Come and take a look at this. Oh, they have done such a good job this year with the theming. Here's Phil waving, and you've got this big prop over here that's actually all themed to Katanga Canyon. You've got like the little jungle drums on there, all the different masks. I like the creepy pineapple just over there too. The parrots in the cage at the top, and there's even a big tarantula just up there too. This is great, and it's all like on a big theme cart, and it's got the themed fence around the side. I recognise this. I think this fence was used for Mardi Gras a few years ago when they had the stage in Katanga Canyon, but they've done a really good job like with this, and it just adds so much more to the event, doesn't it, having these different bits around the park. We've been saying for years, you know, when you leave Tower Street, unless you're doing the scare mazes or going to like the main hub area, there's just not much to see. It didn't really feel Scarefest, whereas this year it definitely does with all these around the park. And the new props around the park continues over here at the main Katanga Canyon sign, where you've got Gretel just over there, and also Vampire. Yeah, Vampire was another one of the characters they brought in new for last year at the event, along with Zombob. And yeah, they're both just hanging out there with the sign. They'll look good at night because they've got the lighting to say shining on them as well. Yeah, all these different new props around the park will be lit up at night too. Yeah, really big fan of these. They look great. Now I've done 2 scare mazes, that leaves me with 1 maze left, and then of course got the 2 family attractions as well to check out. So you're going to go and head up towards the towers, and the 10th year of Altonville Mine Tours, 10 years on, it's still going, I can't believe it. It's been here since 2016, meaning this will be its 10th run here at the event. But look at this, now this guy, Franklin, has actually been out before, but he's not been out for a few years, and he's been refurbished, and he's had like this new sign just over here as well for the Courtyard Arena. So as I mentioned at the start of the vlog, for Scarefest this year, there is no hub, there's no big setup on the lawns for the first time in quite a few years. It's all been moved into the courtyard, and I say all being moved, yeah, there's been quite a reduction in entertainment for this year, which is a shame, but I will talk more about that later on. Props are looking good out here though. Got the Freaky Friends box just down there, obviously there they are, all the characters we're seeing around the park. Got some pumpkins and the Alton Ancestors box down there as well. But yeah, we'll go and check that out a little bit later. I'm going to head up and do Altonville Mine Tours first and do the family attractions. I wonder where the music was. It's just come back on. Not much Halloween music there. I don't know where all the Scarefest soundtrack is around the park, unless it's not coming on till later, but normally they'd have like a family one that plays in the daytime, and then it'd change to a bit more spooky ambience at night, but yeah, I guess we'll see. And I'm sure you might be thinking, where's Charlotte and George? They are coming up this afternoon, and what's really exciting is, it's going to be Charlotte's first time doing compound and Edge of the Forest, because she was pregnant at Scarefest last year, so obviously didn't do it. So yeah, she's got compound to look forward to today, which I can't wait for. And yeah, she's going to be doing them tonight, and of course Charlotte will share her thoughts on them attractions for the first time later on. Yeah, just crossing over the lawns, they have got some more Scarefest flags just down here. Let's go and head to the mines. Oh, look at this. It appears that Gretel has been corrected down here by the Smiler. Look at her eyes just there. That's pretty freaky. I guess they are the freaky friends after all. I'll tell you what, these props around the park are excellent. I've been wanting something like this at Scarefest for years. I'm really pleased they've done it. And they haven't just put the actual statues of the characters out. They've put the props around the side, and it's nice how this is all themed in to the Smiler. You got the Smiler pumpkin just there, and some barrels just behind, and then of course the coaster right there behind. Excellent, well done Alton Towers on all the props. Looks great. So many of them all the way around the park. Loads of photo ops. It's back, and for its 10th year, Altonville Mine Tours, Tiny's Revenge. I forgot what Scarefest feels like without Altonville Mine Tours. It'd be weird if it doesn't come back. But no, surely it's got to be the last year for it. It's an amazing attraction. It's really well themed. You get some incredible scares in there. But surely, 10th year of this, there's got to be something new coming next year to replace this, surely. Been closed by order of the sheriff. Hopefully it will be closed next year. We've got to have something new to replace this, surely. It is a great maze though, it's very well themed. And you start off coming through the spooky tunnel here that isn't theming. This is the original part of the towers here. Very cool. Yeah, this was built because this was like to cover the servants delivering things to the towers from the staterooms that are just above. So yeah, they built this tunnel. So obviously the guests of the Earl couldn't see all the deliveries coming in. I have always loved the theme for this, and obviously a couple of years ago it did have some updates to Tiny's Revenge. Still kept very similar to how it was before, just with a few additions to the queue line and some of the different scenes inside. I'm hoping that when this maze does eventually leave Scarefest, we see some of these props placed around Katanga Canyon, because they'd be great in the queue line for the rapids and the mine train, just adding some theming around, wouldn't they? Well, we've just come out of Altonville Mine Tours, Tiny's Revenge, and I do love that maze. Even though it's been here for so long, I just think the theme is brilliant. It works so well in that location in the towers, kind of down in the basement. And just along with that, I think it's the best themed maze they've ever done for Scarefest. And I think that's why it's been here for so long. Probably cost a fortune, the amount of theming that went into that about when it opened in 2016. No wonder they've kept it, because it's still the best themed. And especially when you compare it to like Edge of the Forest and Compound, this has got the most to look at in there. However, it did seem to lack actors today. There wasn't really many jump scares from places where you'd normally get them. I don't know if it just had a bad run through that time, and that's the thing with scare mazes. You know, sometimes you can go through and you'll see loads of actors and have a great time. Other times you don't see that many, and yeah, that was definitely the latter. But still, it's one of my favourite attractions they've still ever done. I do really like the theming. It just feels so tight and claustrophobic in there. It really feels like you're going through the mines. You've got a mix between the real walls of the towers and then all the wooden beams and walls around. You've got the gas mask coming at you. It's just brilliant. I do really enjoy it. Yes, it's had its time now, and that certainly wasn't the strongest run through I've had in its 10-year run, but still, like, I love the theming, I love the storyline and the music and everything, and yeah, I will miss it when it goes. Like, yes, it's had its time, but I will miss it. I still think it's a good, solid attraction. You got all the buntings hanging up here by the towers. Look really nice. I remember one year they put like all writing on the walls with lighting, and it looked so good. Must have cost a bit to do because they literally only did it for one Scarefest. But yeah, it did look the part, having like all the text all the way down the walls on the side. Yeah, in terms of ranking the maze, I'm sure a lot of you are thinking, oh, you know, what order would you put them in? Number one maze, definitely Compound, and that's by far my favourite of the event. Second place, I would then say Altonville Mine Tours, and then third place, Edge of the Forest. However, I do need more run-throughs. That's the thing with these mazes. You can't ever judge them just from having one run-through. You need to go through them multiple times, definitely. Hey, Franklin's in the fountain, and he's got his hose pipe out up there. Look at that, filling it up. That looks great. You got the Scarefest sign in the middle, and you got him up there on his ladders. And there he is with his hose pipe just up there. Yeah, this looks great. I'm loving all these new props around the park. I think they look fantastic. Nice purple ladders. And the fact they've got the hose pipe is a nice touch. They didn't have to have it actually coming through the hose pipe, but they have, you know, and that looks great. Yeah, really impressed with that. Love it. Right by Hex here on Fountain Square. And yeah, they've kind of turned Fountain Square into a little bit of a Scarefest hub. Obviously the entertainment is all down in the courtyard. I say all down, like the one show that they've got down there. But I think the Alton Ancestors are also performing up here as well at some point. So hey, you just have to catch that at some point. Yeah, they have put like the little bits of seating over here at the side, and I still think this would have been the better location to have the stage, to be honest, up here, because, you know, imagine a big stage in this corner permanently throughout the year. I think that would look really good, to be honest, like a big stage over here, and obviously they can use it for the events such as Scarefest. But yeah, they've put some props out here. This is normally all out over on the front lawns for the past couple of years. Some seating, and you've got the Scarefest neon sign over there, which does look really good, and it's a great photo op. But yeah, there's just not really much going on around here other than the Alton Ancestors that do the same show as what we saw earlier on Tower Street. Right then, time for a couple of family attractions now. Now, both of the family attractions are located right next door to the world of David Williams. You've got the pumpkin photo opportunity over there as well. And you've got Amigos in the Afterlife that's returning for its second year. This was a new family attraction at Scarefest last year, and it was okay. You know, I think the theming in here was a little bit cheap, but it was good fun. I know a lot of people enjoyed it, and yeah, going through like with all the interactive scenes and that sort of thing. You got to think it is aimed for the kids. It's for the little ones, not really for the people who want the thrills. You know, but that's the thing with Scarefest. It has got something for everyone, and this is one of the family offerings. So we're going to start off with a go through here. And right next door, you got Trick or Treat Town, which is actually back for its 5th year now, which is weird with Trick or Treat Town, because I still think it was designed as like a photo opportunity when you go through all the different scenes. Like, you want to be able to take photos really, but obviously they don't allow any photography of any kind in all these attractions here other than the scare zones. But yeah, the thing with Trick or Treat Town, it's like it was designed as more of like a family walkthrough for photos and that sort of thing. But yeah, it's not the case. Obviously you do get a little bag and you can get your Haribo and Maoams as you're going through just over there as well. But yeah, going to start off with Amigos first. Let's go and give this a go. And like I say, it's all good fun, this one. It's very interactive as you're going through the different scenes. Located in the former Alton Towers dungeon down here. Gives you a bit of a gist from the theming on the outside, you know, like you got a little bit of old dungeon theming, a little bit of newer bits, and yeah, let's go and give this a go for this year. Loads of flowers. Hey, look at this, I've got my mask from Amigos in the Afterlife. Oh, there we go, line it with my eyes. Do I look a bit spooky? It's even Alton Towers branded. Yeah, they give this out in one of the scenes, and you get to keep it at the end as well, which is quite nice. Little free souvenir from your visit to Scarefest. The attraction's very long. You're in there for over 20 minutes, almost 25 actually, as you're going through all the different scenes. Basically, open this gate at the start into the world of the Day of the Dead. You go through all these different scenes that are very interactive. You spend a few minutes in each one. You got a bit of singing. You've got like a kitchen scene where you've got to pick bits out. You got a boxing ring where a couple of people get picked to go in there. And yeah, it's good fun. There's nothing scary at all. It's definitely designed for the kids. You know, and it's okay. Like the theming in there isn't the best. Like, it's been very cheaply done, and yeah, a lot of the props and things are a bit sparse in some areas. Just got like black corridors, black walls, kind of like how it was when it was the dungeons really. So yeah, it's not particularly heavily themed, but it's good fun. I know a lot of people always enjoy singing along, and the main thing was all the kids in the group were really enjoying it. That's who it's for. It's for the little ones. And yeah, it was good to go through it again. It's certainly not my favourite though. I much prefer some of the other family attractions that they've done, including Trick or Treat Town that's right next door. So go and do that now. I got the sign out just here, 34 days until Halloween. Yeah, the earliest Scarefest ever. We've actually updated the sign for this year as well. A couple of new bits on there. And I've got my bag just here as well. You get a bag per person, and then you get to fill it with treats as you're going around. Sponsored by Haribo and Maoam. Maoam. And this is the exterior to the attraction here. There's some great theming inside though. I wish you could take photos and videos in here. I don't see why not really. It's not like a traditional like walk-through attraction as such. They've got so many great photo ops and things. It would be great if they allowed it really. But still, here we go, attraction number 5. Final one before the scare zones tonight.
Here are a few helpful tricks. It's important I tell you that every day here is Halloween, and today it's trick or treating day. So if you see any doors, then you should knock on. And if you have a trick or treating bag, you could be given a scrumptious treat. And that's everything. Oh wait, no it's not. Some of the doors hold surprises and sneaky little tricks, so be prepared. And if you knock on a door and it doesn't open, then you should just move on along to the next. Don't forget to give us a 5-star review on TrickAdvisor. Trick. And we hope you enjoy your visit to Trick-O-Treat Town.
Oh, I just come out of Trick-or-Treat Town. It is a shame that you can't take any photos in there because I love all the set design. We have got some props out here at the exit. Look at this. Got the bin. Look at him just in there. All these little creatures down here at the side. Is that Sully? Followed us back from our trip to Disney, I think. Haribo quality controller. And then, of course, I've got my bag of sweets just here. So let's open it up and let's have a look how many I've got in there. Right, let's empty out the bag and see what we've got in here. Whoa. Oh, quite a bit. Obviously, you go around all the different doors and knock on them. Oh, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, there's quite a bit in there. Yeah, that's all right, that is. I won't count each one. But yeah, we've got quite a nice selection of Haribo Star Mix. Very nice. Oh, Tang-tastic's just there. They're good. And the Mau-Ams just over here as well. I'm not a massive fan of Mau-Ams. They're a bit sticky, aren't they? But yeah, I'll take the Haribos. Happy days. I do think it's a great attraction. I love the theming in there. Quite a lot of it's on a big scale. You've got like a real spooky street. Obviously all the different doors that you knock on, all the different characters that you meet. You start off with like meeting the mayor at the start and he kind of welcomes you into Trick-or-Treat Town. And then yeah, you just take your time going through. I was in there about 15 minutes, knocking all the different doors and interacting with the different performers. It was just really good fun. It's probably had its day now, much like Altonville Mine Tours. It's been here for 5 years that now, so it could do with replacing. Not as much as Altonville at 10 years, but still, you know, 5 years of that. I'd like to see something new come in, but I still think it's a good attraction for the little ones. For me, that's a much better attraction than Amigos. I really like it with all the theming and in there. It's just nice to look at. Just wish you could take pictures and stuff of it because there's some really cool photo opportunities. Talking of photo ops, come and have a look at this. Scalvin round here looks amazing. And there he is, coming out of the coffin there at the top. We've got his name on the side, got some lights, some pumpkins round. This looks great, all the different coffins. Looks like there's a witch in that one there. I'm a big fan of all these new pieces around the park. I think they're fantastic. Or maybe vampires hiding away in there. Yeah, they've done a really good job. Oh, Patch is on here as well. There we go, peeking out of the coffin. These pieces are fantastic and they're huge as well. Yeah, the thing is, they've just got to look after these, you know, so obviously they can bring them out every year and keep them looking really good, make sure they're stored correctly. That's the thing with stuff like this. I mean, I used to work at Alton Towers. I know what behind the scenes can be a bit like sometimes. These just get kind of chucked down and forgotten about until like the year after. So they've got to make sure they look after all this. So it stays, yeah, looking really fresh for future years. But no, really impressed with all this. Well, there we go. I've now done the 3 scare mazes and 2 family attractions at Alton Towers Scarefest 2025. Really nice lineup for this year of attractions. Compound stole the show. Like, I can't wait to have some more run-throughs of that. It's a fantastic maze, some really good scares in there. And of course, Charlotte will be doing it for the first time tonight as well. She's on her way and going to be here shortly. So yeah, looking forward to Charlotte's reactions. Edge of the Forest, I enjoyed it earlier on. Definitely need some more run-throughs to get more of a feel for that with it being a brand new attraction. And of course, Altonville Mine Tours. Yeah, not the best run-through actor-wise. Felt a little bit lacking on actors, but still a fantastic maze. And yeah, really claustrophobic as you're going through. In terms of the family attractions, obviously designed for the little ones. But you know what? Amigos is good fun, but not really my sort of thing. And then of course you've got Trick-or-Treat Town next door, which I enjoy a lot more. Even though again, it's aimed for the little ones, I just think that's a better quality attraction out of the 2. Right then, of course, a big part of Scarefest has always been entertainment. For the past few years, they've had an awesome show that just kept getting better and better, and that's Sin Bin. It was on the stage on the lawns last year. It had all fire effects and amazing costumes. Sadly, it's not come back for this year. There's actually no singing show on the park, which is a real shame. And in terms of the character shows, they normally have 2, and there's only actually 1 character show this year as well in the courtyard, so gonna go and check that out. It's worth pointing out the entertainment doesn't actually start until later on in the day in the courtyard as well. Obviously before, the entertainment used to be all throughout the day, whereas now you've got the family show, which is on later in the evening than it is in the daytime, which I find quite interesting. Obviously there's been a lot of cutbacks at Alton Towers this year to entertainments. We've seen that happen throughout the year. With Scarefest, not really felt it too much. You know, the maze have been really good, and obviously they've clearly cut back on the shows, which is a real shame. But we'll go and have a look at the setup in the courtyard. We've also got the Alton Ancestors, which do their final Haunts dance over on the stage as well. This stage looks a lot smaller than it did before out on the lawn, so I'm interested to see how that's going to work. And of course the courtyard where all this is located is right in the heart of Mutiny Bay, close to Wicker Man as well. Now the Freaky Friends are actually doing a meet and greet this year. You can see them just meeting and greeting at the moment. That's happening at 4:30 and also 5 o'clock. You've got the Alton Ancestors Final Haunt, which is at 5:30. And then you've got Phil's Halloween Dance Party, which is at 6 o'clock and 7 o'clock. So yeah, they used to run multiple times, but yeah, the main show's only on twice now. And it's definitely worth downloading the Alton Towers app where you've got the times on. They've also got the little board out the front here with the times on as well. Here we go, you meet all your characters over here at the side. I say all of them. 4 of the characters, there's 4 of the Freaky Friends around us here that you can meet. Yeah, you just kind of queue up down over at the side. Spooky. And here we go then, here's a look at the setup in the courtyard. The good thing with having it in here is you have got the cover over, so when it rains, because I'm sure we'll get some rain on the Scarefest nights at points, you have got this undercover area, which is good, but also there's not much space in here. There's nowhere near as much seating, of course, as when it was on the lawn, so I'm quite intrigued to see how this is going to go throughout the event. But yeah, they have got some nice bits of theming in here, and obviously the stage down there at the front. Quite a bit of lighting, and then you've got like a castle backdrop on there as well. Obviously you can't really see the height of the stage because the tent blocks it a little bit, so yeah, I'm not fully sure on the setup in here, but still, we'll see how it goes. I've also got a few like food bits around at the side as well. And then you've got the small little tents too. So yeah, it's not the best setup in here compared to when it was on the lawns, but it's something. $15.25 for fish and chips over there. Fish, cake and chips $8.50, and then sausage and chips £9. I might get sausage and chips actually. I had my lunchbox earlier on, but yeah, I got to buy food tonight. They've put a few more bits of seating in down here at the back, but could definitely do with some more. Yeah, I think it's going to be a bit tight in here. And here's a look down at the stage. So they've actually got a brand new backdrop on here for this year. Obviously with this stage being smaller than the one that's on the lawn, they couldn't fit the backdrop that they had before. It is all on one level there, so it is a bit of a downgrade compared to what we've been used to the past few years, but at least we've still got some form of entertainment, and I'm sure the Alton Ancestors, for their one show they do on here, will look really good as well. I always used to look the part on the stage on the lawn, so I'm excited to see that shortly. But you got the screens down there at the back, you got like the flickering lantern effect there on the side. Yeah, the stage looks good, there's quite a bit of lighting. Yeah, it just feels very tight having the entertainment just here in the courtyard. Like, it feels really like there's not enough seats here and it's really busy. Should have a good atmosphere though. But here we go, let's see the Alton Ancestors here on the stage, and I'll put in a bit of footage for you.
With such a screeching, you'll shake and shudder. Surprised when you hear these zombies shriek.
There from the Alton Ancestors Final Horse, and Charlotte's arrived.
I've arrived. I've realised that I actually look like Patch with this jumper on, and it was not intentional.
Hey, ready for some scares tonight?
I am ready for some spooks. I have not been in scare races for a year, so I can't wait to get back inside.
Oh, it's so exciting. But tonight I did really enjoy seeing the Ancestors on the stage. I've got to say the lighting package looks fantastic on there, but I'm not a huge fan of how crowded it's getting in there. I really think, even though it's a smaller stage, could have just gone on Fountain Square. Would have been way better. Very compact in there, isn't it?
I literally literally walked into the courtyard and it was just chaos. Like there were so many people everywhere because it's such a small space. When it was on the lawns, people were so spread out. I just don't think it works in the courtyard at all.
No, I don't think it's going to be like the best kind of atmosphere to kind of like chill in there for ages. You're going to get the vibes when the show's on because everyone's clapping and cheering and really good feel, but it's just really like a bit chaotic, a bit packed in there. So yeah, probably not the best move putting it in there, all the shows. And obviously there's not really that many shows compared to normal anyway, but still we've got the character show now. It's going to put in a bit of footage from that for you, a bit of highlights so you can see it.
Halloween DJ! I'm gonna lay down the very best Halloween track! These are my freaky friends! Skelpy! Franklin!
Hello.
Patch!
Hi everyone.
Pretzel! Hi everyone! Bert! And Football!
Strange in the neighborhood.
Super spooky! Give yourselves a huge round of applause! Outside to find out which is which! Gretel and the bird, take it away!
Come on, boys and girls, hold tight. It's the wishing hour, like a raging river, come feel its power. The moon's full, full of its glow.
Time for the main voodoo pumpkin patch. Okay, come. It's time to shake that, please.
Oh, here we go. It's alive.
It really is. Now, please, welcome to the stage. The grooviest monster I know is Franklin.
I was working in the lab late one night when my eyes beheld it. It's like it's Halloween. It's like it's Halloween. And I tried to look away, but I heard them say, "Oh, kiss me." It's Halloween.
A little bit of footage there from the character show over on the stage. Yeah, good to see the characters again.
The lighting was really good in the show and it was nice seeing them all, but the stage, because there's so many of them and the costume characters are so big, they looked a little bit cramped and there was too much mist, so they need to tone the mist down because when the characters at the back, you can really see them.
Yeah, it was a bit smoky, wasn't
But it
it?
was good, I really enjoyed it.
Right, the time has come.
I'm scared.
Last year you had a bad
I
back.
had a really bad back last year, so I couldn't go in it. So I'm looking forward to Compound this year, but I'm quite nervous because I haven't done a scare attraction for a year, so I'm scared.
Yeah, you've not, have you?
No, I'm really scared.
There we go. This is an intense attraction as well.
Wish me luck.
Oh, there we go. Charlotte is going into Compound.
Wish me luck.
I hope you enjoy it for the first
I
time.
know, I'll take it all in.
In a way, it's better for you this year. You got 2 brand new mazes,
Which
haven't
is
you?
really good. It feels like a proper fresh event this year with 2 new mazes for me because I didn't do this last year, but my back's a lot better this time.
Here we go. Wow, it's a restricted area. Charlotte's going in to see the phalanx. It's Compound. First ever run through for Charlotte. Oh, well, here we go. Charlotte has just survived Compound. What's your review from that?
I was terrified when I came out of there. That was brilliant. That's one of the best mazes that Towers have done in a long, long time. I was terrified. The theming in there was brilliant. Those tasers at the end, I was like, oh my God, please don't come near me. Oh, that was brilliant. I really, really enjoyed that. There was so much theming to look at. I definitely need another run through that later on in the Scarefest period because it was excellent. I really enjoyed it.
And which sort of scenes do you remember the most then? What did you see?
I went through like a scene with some eggs, and then there was like this big alien, then there's a room where you're getting pulled left, right and centre, going through little like flaps, and then it's very disorientating because you're getting lost a lot of the time, but I really enjoyed it. I had to put my arms up the wall and there was this big cage. Oh, it was fantastic. I really enjoyed it.
Oh, I'm glad that you did, because I loved Compound last year, but it felt like they ramped it up even more this year.
Running out because I was so scared.
Oh, I wish we could get to do it together.
Oh, I know. I was with some fans of the channel, so I was like, please, can I come through with you, please?
Oh.
Because I was so scared, but that was brilliant. It was excellent.
There you go. I'm sure we'll get the chance at some point in this Scarefest to have a
sure
run
we will
together.
do, yes,
But,
it'll be really fun.
oh, there you go. I'm glad you enjoyed it. You got Edge of the Forest
I know,
next.
I'm looking forward to it. Oh, spooky.
Brand new maze, even though that was new for you as well, because of the bad back. Here's the bad back. He's in the pram fast asleep. Oh. This is always my favourite time at Alton Towers. Look at this, all the lights coming on, the towers look gorgeous. I'm glad they've gone for the purple and green again this year. That looks really nice, very spooky. But the time has come for Charlotte to experience Edge of the Forest now.
I don't know what to expect, but I'm looking forward to it. It's so nice to get back in scare maze because I couldn't do them last year, but I'm scared. I get really scared.
I wouldn't be too scared for this one, but hopefully you get a better run than I did
I look
earlier.
forward to seeing the theming in there.
Yeah, the theming was excellent. Yeah, it was very good. Edge of the Forest, and then of course we've got both the scare zones, and you can film inside those, so we're going to be able to take you inside both of the scare zones, starting off with the new one, Dark Hollow. And here's a look at the entrance to the queue line for Edge of the Forest, all lit up at night. Looks very atmospheric, doesn't it? I love the sign. Enjoy! Oh, it's so nice seeing Charlotte get back in the scare mazes, and of course Edge of the Forest new for this year, first time going through.
So what I can say is the theming in Edge of the Forest was fantastic, but I did only get one scare in there.
Really?
And that was at the beginning with a sound cannon because it was so loud. I feel like it did lack scares a little bit, which I was a little bit disappointed about, but the theming was really good, but it does get very repetitive. I do understand that that's the theme and it's decaying over time. I did also miss the finale because we had quite a big group. The big tree man came out, but I already saw
the Ashwall.
The Ashwall, the big tree man came out, so I sort of missed that scare, but I like the uneven flooring when you come towards the end. I thought it was a very well themed maze, but it just lacked scares. I wouldn't really call it a thrill maze. I do feel it was a bit more family maze.
I did
enjoy it though, but the scares just wasn't there, unfortunately. I only had one jump, and like I said, that was a sound cannon that went off.
Really? Yeah.
I know, and you know me, I'm very jumpy in mazes, and I just didn't get any scares, which was a shame. And the facade outside, why could they have not themed the rest of the side? Because the actual front bit's really good, but they could have just themed the side as well.
Yeah, just anything on there. I forgot to mention earlier, there's a big squeeze in there as well, isn't there, when you walk
through the big squeeze,
Yeah.
I was like, ooh, this is good. Yeah, it just needed some better scares because the scares just wasn't there, unfortunately. But the theming in there was excellent.
Yeah, it's one of them. Hopefully, we're going to get some better run-throughs. I really hope so.
I'd like to hope so, because it is quite expensive as well. It's £16 a go. Like, that is very expensive. I don't think it's worth £16 a go, but the theming in there was excellent. I felt like I was in E.T.'s queue line.
Yeah, it literally felt like that. E.T.
Literally
Universal.
felt like I was going ready to get on E.T. on my little bike going through.
Right, are you ready for the free scare zone then now?
I love the free scares. I'm so glad that these are back, and we've got another one for this year because it just adds something to the park, which is good.
They've done some great scare zones over the years. Scary Tales, remember that? Zombie scare zone.
I know, so I'm glad that we've got two this year, which is good.
Yeah, so we're going to head round there and check it out. And the entrance is right next door to Edge of the Forest. But yeah, it's always great seeing the park lit up at night. Well, here we go. It's time to experience the brand new scare zone here at Scarefest this year. It's free to enter. It's Dark Hollow. Open from 5 o'clock through until 9:30. So I do think it's good how the scare zones are open half an hour after the queue close time for the rides. Look at the signage, that looks great. Lots of the Dark Forest and 13 audio playing as we make our way down here. I'm expecting a lot of references to the area. Only have only waited a couple of minutes to go and head inside. Let's go. Dark Hollow. All the trees look nicely lit up. Wow, look at this theming. Let's make our way through here. You better not go alone. Oh, very spooky. Look at this. I like the music. It's like the Teddy Bear's Picnic as we're coming down here. Quite a few props at the side. Oh, it's the 13 girl. Remembers the 13 girl from the adverts. Oh. Oh! Disappearing into the fog. Quite a bit of theming all the statues around the side. Oh, these are nice, all lit up. Fits very much with Alton Towers, this, doesn't it? Like a lot of the busts and things that you see in the gardens. Look at that. Oh.
Okay. You're in for a big surprise.
Oh. Oh. food looks nice on there. Oh.
Hello, Sean.
Hello. Oh, very creepy mask.
It's bedtime.
Oh, this is fantastic. Very atmospheric. This is what we like. Oh wow, lots of props all the way around. Like all the picnic benches. Oh! After when you've got, oh! Wow, this is brilliant. Oh! She just jumped off the swing. Oh, there's a massive bear. There's a big bear roaming around our forest. I tell you what, they've done a good job with this. Oh, look down here. The window of Swiss Cottage down there in the gardens. That's got the prop in the back there, a lady wearing a dress. Oh, wow. I'm really impressed with this. This is good. And it's free. Big bear. Oh, look at all the teddy bears everywhere down here. It's long, this as well, isn't it? Wow, look at all the bears. Ooh. Just something so creepy about teddy bears, isn't there? This is great. A lot of the theme is very simple, but very effective, especially at night. Yeah, and these scares, you want to be doing them at night if you are doing them. And definitely do them if you come into Scarefest. Both this and Burial Grounds are fantastic. I think this is probably even better than Burial Grounds. I really like that. We exit through the woods and down into Dark Forest. That was really good. There we go. Now we just emerge out onto the pathway. Wow, that was a fantastic walkthrough. Really impressed with that. That was great. Well, we've both just gone through Dark Hollow, and I've got to say, that was absolutely brilliant. A free Scare Zone walkthrough. How good of a job have they done of that?
That was excellent. I got some really good scares in there. One of the best scares that I actually got in there was like a monkey coming from the side with these symbols and he went bash like this. It was excellent. I thought the theming in there was great. The big bear costumes, all the bears hanging down, and that's free as well, which is excellent.
I thought that was an awesome walkthrough. It was a lot longer than what I was expecting. Obviously, originally we thought it might have gone on the other path near there, but no, it goes right down into the forest. How good was it with Swiss Cottage at the back as well?
That was brilliant. I had a proper peek down, like seeing like the mannequin inside there. I just think they've done such a good job of that, and the fact that that is free included in your ticket and you can go through as many times as you want is brilliant.
We only waited a few minutes as well, but yeah, I loved how it really builds up the atmosphere. The 13 girl was in there. Obviously there was someone on the swing as well, some real creepy masks. Recognised a few of them masks from the old boiler house back in the day.
I recognised them straight away.
Yeah, there was quite a few old props and things that they've got from other attractions over the years, but I love that. In terms of a lot of the props and things, it was just like loads of random parasols and stuff like that.
Worked,
but
though.
you bring them in together, put smoke, put lighting in, and great acting, which it certainly was, and it comes together in a really good experience. I thought Dark Hollow was brilliant. Look forward to going through that many times during Scarefest. Is it bad that I actually enjoyed that more than Edge of the Forest?
I completely agree. I think that was so much better.
I know, we need another go through. Maybe we've been a bit too harsh on it. We do need another go through. It's always hard with one go, but from my initial reaction, I really enjoyed that going through. Fantastic. We've still got Burial Grounds to go and check out. And of course, Rides in the Dark, I'm going to be doing a separate video. I always do this for Scarefest. There'll be another vlog coming up this week. I'll be filming that tomorrow night on the second day of the event, going around as much of the park as I can do in the dark and getting all the footage of the rides in the dark. And the towers are looking very spooky just here. I do love all the purple and green lighting. Every so often you get like the strobing effects on there as well. Charlotte has actually just been through Altonville Mine Tours as well.
What can I say about Altonville Mine Tours? I'm sorry, a paid maze should not be here for 10 years. Like, the maze inside is excellent, like the theming in there is brilliant, but when you've been doing it for 10 years, technically 9 for me because I missed out on last year.
Yeah, true.
It just needs to go. Like, I'm hoping that this is the last year of Altonville Mine Tours and we get something new. Like I said, the theming in there is brilliant. Did lack actors though, I did find. There was a few empty spots. It's still a great maze, but 10 years is just way too long.
Chainsaw finale as well, how did that get you?
I didn't even flinch.
Did you not?
No, I'm good with chainsaws.
I remember
now.
back in the day, Charlotte, back in the day.
Chainsaws, I just sort of went like this.
But no, overall, very strong year for Scarefest. Lots going on, like there's a bit more free stuff happening as well. Got the smoke down here in the moat which surrounds the towers. Yeah, we're going to head down to burial grounds now. Yeah, George has been liking the lights just. Wow, look at the tower's ruins. You got the gorgeous banqueting hall stained glass window, the backlit red, and of course you got all the nice green and purple on the front. And the music, yeah, it didn't come on until like in the afternoon. Hopefully they'll do the same as they did last year. They had like a more family-friendly soundtrack playing in the daytime and then more of a spooky one on an evening. So hopefully they'll change that, because earlier on it was weird in the daytime because there was no like Scarefest music playing on these pathways. It was just like the normal soundtrack.
These are brilliant.
I know, do you like all those?
Yeah, I think these are absolutely fantastic.
They're all lit up as well.
They're so cute.
Yeah, they're brilliant. There's so much like new things to see around the park. It does feel very fresh this year. Like, there's no sign of stale fest this year other than Altonville Mines, but it is still good. At least it's a good thing they've brought back. It's not like Daz Games or The Invitation, you know, where there were weak attractions. At least it might be stale at Altonville, but it's a really good attraction still, you know. See you later, Scalvin. We'll see you tomorrow. He's waving there. I like how they're all lit up. It's not just like one big floodlight either. They've thought about it. Like, they've lit Scalvin at white, and then of course they've lit Patch up in orange here on the side. Yeah, really impressed today. It's been very good. I'm excited to get back in burial grounds. Oh, it always looks the part, doesn't it? Here we go, burial grounds. Got the fire out the front. This is right next to Wicker Man. I do like how a lot of the attractions now are based on the areas that they're in and the attractions nearby. It's like this with the Bjornen and Wicker Man. Obviously both the New Scare Zone and New Scare Maze all based around Dark Forest. And then compound with Forbidden Valleys. Yeah, it's good. Really, it's Altonville Mines is the odd one out really now. Unless you could loosely theme it to Katanga Canyon maybe, I don't know, with the Wild West theme. Let's walk on, let's go. Of course we can film inside here as well. Oh.
What are you looking at?
Praise the Wicker Man. Oh. Feed the flames.
Ready to die!
You!
Whoa.
You're not chosen! The Wicker Man wouldn't choose you! Get it! You're so special! Disgusting! I'll burn you alive!
Join us. I feel like they've had a few new signs around.
Your modern technology will be destroyed!
I think it's just started to rain. You know what? It's been like the warmest opening to a Scarefest ever today. Not even got my coat on, but it has just started to rain. Oh, hello.
That's gonna like you, he will.
Oh, is it?
So scared.
Can't wait. I do like this a lot. Both the scare zones are fantastic. Oh. Wicker Man. Big Bob. Do you like how you got the indoor scene here? Very dark, very smoky. Packed full of actors as well.
Hey. My head on the wall.
Oh. All the fire effects do really make this. Oh, here's the pig in the cage. Whoa! Here, little piggy. Excellent as always very consistent. Burial grounds, there we go. Oh, there we go, burial grounds, absolutely fantastic as always. A free scare zone. We've both just had a couple of laps through there because why not? It's hardly got any weight, and that's a great thing with the scare zones, to get people through quite fast. But also, you feel like you still got a lot of alone space in there too. Like they don't really put you in close to other groups and that sort of thing. It's good how they managed to just keep it flowing well. Fantastic as always, really enjoyed it. I think what really makes that zone is the indoor area with the smoke. It's just full in there. You got the pig max and loads of other horrible maxes you're going through. And of course the real fire effects with it all being themed around the Bjornen and Wicker Man. I think it's awesome how you've got the real flames, not just on the sign at the entrance, but also in a couple of other places as you're making your way through that absolutely awesome scare zone. I tell you what, I'm really impressed with Scarefest this year. There's a few bits that I'm not too keen on, such as the new location of the stage, and we definitely need more run-throughs edge of the forest, but in general I think it's a real solid event this year. We asked for new things and so they certainly delivered. New scare maze, new scare zone, new props around the park, other little changes and improvements as well. Yeah, really solid this year. And that Katanga Canyon sign is beautiful, all lit up at night. Wow. Wow, as I'm walking past, can't help but have a look at Wicker Man all lit up at night as well. Big Bob, oh, I love it. Always looks the part. Get a little bit of footage over here for you. Yeah, I do wish these lights didn't have to be here around the side. It'd be better if they were all orange, but at least they've started to kind of theme them up a little bit here on the side. Always looks very atmospheric down there in the tunnel, filled with smoke at the bottom. I think the train's just left the top of the lift hill. Again, very smoky up there. Oh, there we go. Yeah, there's the on-ride camera. Means the train should be emerging any second. Wicker Man. Look at that. One of the best night rides in the park. I'm going to get loads of footage tomorrow night all the way around, so stay tuned for the vlog coming up in the next few days on the channel. It'll come on this week. And so yeah, go around all the different areas. I'll whiz round and get everything in. Obviously it's not really getting dark yet until about 7:20. So it only gives me like just over 90 minutes to get around the whole park, but I'll have a bit of a speed run round tomorrow night. It's been a great day at Scarefest. There's certainly a good atmosphere around the park this year. I've enjoyed it a lot, and I know Charlotte has too. She's just took George home, but of course we will be back quite a few times throughout the event, with it being our home park. I just wanted to show you the pumpkins here at the bottom of Tower Street. Yeah, they've been repainted for this year, and you've actually got the new Nemesis pumpkin there too, which is good. Obviously last year it wasn't there, so I do like how they've got that for this year. And yeah, just going to have a look in Towers Trading. Hopefully it's still open. I think, oh yeah, the shutters are still up. Yeah, it's like nearly 10:15. I think I'm going to be one of the last people out tonight. Let's have a look at Tower Street all lit up. Where you got the pumpkins on the left side and the ones here on the right. Tower Street always looks lovely, lit up at night. And yeah, the weather's held out right through until the end. It's just started to rain. We've had a bit of heavy rain just walking down from the towers. I've actually just had another go through Dark Hollow as well. I loved that. I had a few runs through there tonight. And here's a look at the 2025 Scarefest merchandise. These are back for this year. The pumpkin. Then you've also got the Freaky Friends just down here as well. Yeah, Zombob and Vampire are the only two missing, but yeah, you've got all the classics there that, of course, had for many years. Gressel was a later addition as well, if you remember. She wasn't actually originally part of the gang, and then they added her in. Yeah, do you like how they've got those? Got the hoodie down there, like black and orange. The bags there, reduced. £15 each for all of those on the side. That's quite nice as well. That's £45 for the green. Vampire and Zombob just there, the plushies. You got the others just down there in the bottom. You got the mugs. This one's quite nice. I like how it stands up a bit like a cauldron. And of course you got some of the ride ones there as well. Yeah, I do like the Scarefest merchandise that they've got here in Towers Trading. Oh, little look there in Towers Trading. How good does the hearse look just here, all lit up there at night. All the trees at the side, the gravestones, the smoke. It's very atmospheric. I do love this time of the year here at Alton Towers, and it is great that Scarefest has started earlier than ever before, and the longest run ever as well. Well, there we go. That does bring us to the end of our opening day vlog here from Alton Towers Scarefest 2025. It's been a really good day today. There's some fantastic spooky vibes around the park, and just look at Tower Street behind me here. It really does look the part. But it's nice this year how the theming extends around the park and not just here on Tower Street. I think it's fantastic how you've got all the new photo opportunities around. They are great. For many years, the focus has always been at the entrance, so it's so nice now how you're walking around them other areas of the park and you're seeing the different props. You've got them photo opportunities. I think that is absolutely fantastic. I'm a big fan of that. And then of course you got the new additions for this year. Edge of the Forest. I did enjoy it. It was well themed, but I need to get some more run throughs of that. I'm going to have another one tomorrow, so stay tuned for another vlog coming up. The main focus is going to be on night rides and just capturing the atmosphere around the park. We'll look around X Sector, Forbidden Valley and other areas, but I will do Edge of the Forest again because I feel like I just need to get my teeth into it a bit more. I need to experience it again just to see what it's like. Might even have a couple of run throughs, we'll see. And then of course Dark Hollow, that's stole the show in terms of new things for this year. I enjoyed the new scare zone a lot. Again, the quality of that's great. Lots of props that have all come together, some past ones. I think I even spotted some bits from the Carnival of Screams just when I went through again. So I really do like how they've brought in another free scare zone at this event. Of course, Burial Grounds, fantastic as always. Compound was brilliant. In terms of quality scares, that was the one tonight. Compound was brilliant. It really was from start to finish. I adore that maze. I love the theme of it. The actors did a fantastic job, and in general all the attractions, scare maze and scare zones, the actors have been really good. It was lacking a few when I went of course into Altville Mine Tours, but I still love that maze and all the theming. And then of course did the 2 family attractions as well, and it was nice to do those. Definitely enjoy Amigos. It's fine going through, but it's not really my sort of thing. I know it's aimed at the little ones, but normally even like with family attractions I really like, still enjoy going through them. Not so much with Amigos, I'm just not a massive fan of it. I much enjoy like the more practical sets and things that you see right next door in Trick or Treat Town. But overall, very solid event this year. I've enjoyed it a lot, and it's just been great to take you all along and experience the opening day of the event this year. We asked for new things, we asked for improvements, and we certainly had them for this year. So fair play to Alton Towers in what has been quite a difficult year for the park behind the scenes. There's been a lot of cutbacks, a lot of changes, reduction in entertainment throughout the year. It's not really shown with Scarefest other than one thing, and this is really my only negative, and that is the lack of entertainment now with stage shows. Obviously you've got the courtyard, which is fine, it's covered up over there, so it'll be fine when it rains, but it just felt way too tight in there. I'd much prefer the stage to have been up on Fountain Square. I think that's the location where that should have gone. I can understand taking it off the lawns, but Fountain Square especially would have been perfect there. Putting all the food around the side just would have been a lot more space for it. And the shows were fine, obviously good seeing the Ancestors on there, and one character stage show. But I do miss them having a couple of different shows on there. I did want to get in as well that CBeebies Land does have the Monster Ball. I was going to catch that today, but I believe it got cancelled. There was only one showing, so I'll try and catch that another time as well. But yeah, they have got a family offering the Monster Ball. But in terms of the stage, it's just way too cramped in there. Not really a nice place to sit for hours and soak it all in. And yeah, well, you can't really now. There's only one real main show, and then the Ancestors again for 10 minutes. But yeah, I do definitely miss having Simbin and the big singing show, and all the fire and everything last year was certainly fantastic. But still, very positive, real nice start to the event, and can't wait for another row. Well, 24 nights it's on for. I won't be here every night, but I'll be here quite a few of them when we're here and not on our travels. But thanks for joining me here on Theme Park Worldwide, and that leaves me with one final thing to say. Get out there and keep on riding. See you in the next video.